Welcome to Lagniappe. I'm Jay Curtis. This is a feature about area people, events, and issues in Northeast Louisiana. My guest today, Ralph Calhoun from the Biedenharn Museum and Gardens. With Cinema in the Gardens, you've got E.T. coming up, which is one of my absolute childhood favorites. Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, sure thing. We're Garden Cinema's relatively new for us. This is just the second year we've been doing it. And we try to find films that have at least some small tie-in to the museum, and we know that in E.T. at some point, I think he drinks a Diet Coke, and so that was our little okay. We hit the mission statement there, but it's a family-friendly film. And we just think it's a great thing to bring people out on a Thursday night in the summer or springtime.
Thursday night. So starting Thursday night, gates open at 7:30. Movie starts 8:20-ish, right?
Yeah, it's sunset is right around 8:15. It's got to get a little bit dark after sunset even, and we just kind of gauge it when it's dark enough. We start the movie.
Okay, and folks should bring a chair.
Bring a chair, bring a blanket. We do have food. We've got Burnell's Barbecue coming in, and then we have a popcorn machine, and we're going to have Reese Pieces.
And there's an admission fee, but it's nominal, right?
It's a nominal $10 admission fee, so that's not too bad. Some of the movies we show, you can actually rent them online, and it costs more to rent them online than it does to come see them at the Biedenharn.
To come see it there.
We're kind of proud of that.
So tell me about the idea for Garden Cinema. I mean, because I know the downtown, the Palace used to do one downtown.
Right.
There was a summer thing. How did you land on that?
Well, it's funny. Years ago, I've had staff people off and on who have wanted to do this, and honestly, I didn't always think it was that great an idea. And then last year I had enough people like, come on, do it. And so we did, and it's worked out to be a very good thing for us. I think when I can do things or the museum can do things to bring people into the garden, they enjoy the beauty, and I think that's part of what Emy-Lou Biedenharn would have wanted. And one of the ways we can do that is to show films there. And I think, we're a community. I like having family activities to do. I mean, you and I both had rather large families, so we understand finding something for a bunch of kids to do at a reasonable price.
That doesn't break the bank.
Not always easy. So this is, if you had a bunch of kids, you'd be investing a little bit here, but you can bring a good number of children to this movie and afford it, I think.
So absolutely one of my favorite movies. So the E.T. with a connection with Coke, I think is terrific.
It's kind of a funny deal, but that's
tell me, so
there.
you have another one of these coming up next month though too, right?
Yeah. And this one is great. Another family friendly. In July, we announce our schedule for Christmas. And so we're doing a Christmas movie. We've got the Muppets Christmas Carol, which it should be just wonderful.
Christmas in July.
Yeah. And we should have a special visitor from the North Pole that will show up.
Oh, wow.
Before the movie also.
Okay, yes, that's great.
Santa came last year. It was hot as all get outs, but if you come down from the North Pole, you bring a little bit of coolness with you and you can survive some heat. So he actually called me the other day, literally called me the other day and said, "Hey, I heard you're doing this. I need to come back." So we're looking forward to that.
Think plenty of cool thoughts.
Yeah, we do. We try.
Well, this is also not your only couple of events over the course of the summer. You guys really have a whole lot going on.
Right, yeah. I think we slow down in the summer, but then you look at what we've got on the calendar, and it doesn't feel that way. We've got Children's Fun Day, which is typically the second Saturday of each month. So July 12th, we'll do Children's Fun Day. And then we've got another new event called Corks and Crafts. We'll have You can have a glass of wine. We'll have a craft picked out for adults, obviously. So over 21 for this one.
It's a grown-up craft night.
It's a grown-up craft night. So so we have Children's Fun Day, and then we have Adults Fun Evening. I guess we could call it that.
And then you've got a tea coming up the end of July too, right?
So and teas have been incredibly popular for us, and part of the problem with them is we have very limited seating.
Right.
So if you want to come to, it's a Beatrix Potter tea. It's a great thing that, for a mother and a child or some family relations there amongst generations. But if you want to come, we tell folks you need to be on our email list, because if you're on the email list, you get first notice for the teas. And if you don't get first notice, you may not get a seat at the table. So to get there, you need to sign up for our email list.
Well, that is a tremendous, I think, a tremendous experience.
Yeah, it's great.
I've always been fascinated by the Biedenharn's place in our community because you guys do so many different things. You have a terrific space, you have terrific exhibits at the Bible Museum, but also just your events seem always to be drawing people in from the community to spend time together.
Well, I think I myself am a creative person, so I'm always thinking of things we can do, and I think I tend to hire creative people, and we like the place, and so we like to share it with people. And really, going back to mission statement, going back to vision, Emy-Lou's vision when she started this was to share things that she had seen in Europe and to share music and things like that with other people. And I think we continue that by sharing the space. When we have a musical program, I think we do things that would make Emy-Lou happy. When I hear from the Biedenharn family about how she loved her nieces and nephews and the things she did for them, a children's movie in the garden would just make her happy.
Would have just made her smile.
Yeah, I really think so. And so sometimes in museum settings, we kind of fight against the founder in some ways, but I think with us, the things we do are things that she would say, yeah, we can do that. So, and it's just a great place. I mean, it really is. I've been there almost 26 years and have no real desire to leave. People keep asking when I'm retiring, and I go, what am I going to do if I retire?
I'm having too much fun.
I'm having
this
fun
is great.
right now. Yeah, at some point that'll change, I'm sure.
Well, okay, so ET coming up on Thursday night, but lots of other things. How do you find out more?
It's our website is bmuseum.org. That's just the letter B, museum.org. You'll find it there. Thursday
night, 7:30, gates open, 8:20, or right after sunset. Everything gets started off for ET.
Rolling. Yeah.
Lots more to come. I'm Jay Curtis with Lagniappe. Thank you so much for joining us, and be sure to like and follow us on social media and find the Lagniappe podcast everywhere that podcasts are.